Hey, how you doing, y'all? My name is Shawn Powell, and if you found this video, you're probably looking something like how to become free from a job, or how to get away from your job, or something like that, or maybe new to online business, or something like that. And I'll be the first to tell you, I'm no guru by any source, form, or fashion. I've been in restaurants for 26 years, and I found something. I actually stumbled across something, not even trying to find it on YouTube. It was last October of 2014. And it really grabbed my attention. I went through the little rabbit hole, and I came up to find out what it was. And a guy named Charles, one of my friends, actually is the one that did the video. And I owe him a lot of credit, because if I hadn't stumbled across it, I'd probably be working a 13-hour shift right now today. As a matter of fact, I'm certain of that. Our restaurant was located on I-40, heading to the beach. I get a lot of people coming through. That was really busy, different times of the year. Always been busy. I worked about 65 hours a week. It's my little boy. His name's Adam. He's 8 years old, and he lives with me. And for every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I was working 40 hours in 3 days. Now, I know a lot of y'all can relate to this, especially if you have kids. And, he was happy. I'm happy. Used to doing something I've done for a long time. But it woke something up inside of me when I saw that business. And I wanted to make something that kind of showed you, I'm not going to call it necessarily a shortcut. It's going to be like a fast track to understanding where you're first coming in, starting, as to where your mindset needs to be when you become free from a job. Okay. I started November the 2nd in online business. I really made about my first $1 that month, to be honest. It was really cool. Excuse me. My second month in online business, I made $700. And I was really impressed with the fact that, and I learned something, y'all. You don't have to have a lot of knowledge yet. You can have more heart and get away with it. You know what I'm saying? If you got heart and show people you believe in something and you're passionate about something, people will follow you. Even if you don't know the answers yet of everything. You know what I'm saying? People will get in, they'll find out what you're excited about. What's this guy? He's on fire about something. I got to find out what it is. It's got me intrigued enough about that. That can bring people in. You got to believe in your business before the money gets there. And a lot of people don't understand that. They think you got to have the money to make the money. And it's not the truth. That's not how it works. So I've laid out a couple of notes here. I'm going to try to follow the best I can and give you a run through as fairly quick as I can. It's going to take as long as I feel like it needs, because I think it's important. But this is me. This is my little boy. This was actually one of the YouTube videos I did for a business. It was Instant Payday Network by Jeff Buchanan. And you come in, you do freebie sites, and I just like the feel of it. It just felt good to me. I couldn't sleep at night. I knew I found the right kind of business. So I'm going to talk about that in just a second too. And let's see here. I'm going to go down to let's see some notes here. How to become free from a job or new to online business notes. These are a couple of things I've written down recently. I'm going to go over that as well. And I'm going to show you a couple of things. These are some of my YouTube videos. And YouTube is one of the sources I use to promote my online businesses now. And I've gotten roughly about 160 videos. I actually laid off for a while. I just recently started back because I went and wanted to learn how to do Facebook. And I really got good at that. Right now I'm averaging 60 to about 100 leads a day, or people coming in your business if you're really new to online business. The ones that actually see your business. And I average about 60 to 100 people a day. And with the right kind of business, that can really produce some real good income. So your initial goal is you want to fuel your business itself. So you need to figure out what works for you. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit as well. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, back to this. When you first look into online business, the very first thing you need to do is don't fall for the first one that you see. Find the one that makes you, like I said, I couldn't sleep because of it. I knew it was a burn in my belly. Now, I'm not telling you jump on it just because you saw it day one. I'm saying go through it, look at everything. Don't commit to anything yet. Talk to someone who possibly knows the business. I took 35 pages worth of notes, and I'm not expecting anybody else in the world to do what I did, but I took 35 pages worth of notes, and I knew the business before I even got in it. And that was Instant Payday Network. I felt like I still had things to learn, but I understand the fundamentals of everything. I understand where the money was coming from, stuff like that. Find a business that really that you relate to, that you like the people in it, that you just feel comfortable with. Hopefully you have a sponsor that will talk to you and be there for you people, just like hopefully he is for you. That makes a big difference, y'all. Okay. When you come in online business, pretty much there is two sources or two forms that you're going to find, I think, that are normal. Number one is going to be you might get paid daily or something like that. That would be awesome. Goes right into your PayPal account, which is actually one of the businesses I do. But it may not have residual. It may not have no monthly fee, which, I wasn't broke when I first came in online business. Like I said, I'd made pretty good money after 26 years in restaurants. But my time was shot, But even then, when I was looking at online business, if it had been a monthly fee, and I knew that right from the beginning, I probably would have shied away from it and went somewhere else. So a lot of y'all had the same mentality, even if you don't have a lot of money or maybe you're doing good. The normal new mentality, let me put it that way, is the fact that you think that you're going to, try to get in, squeak as low as I can below the door without spending any money, see what I need to do, and then go from there. That's not uncommon. That's new. That's what new mentality is what I call. Okay. Freebie sites can be really good for people like that because what I'm doing right now pays $33 for every time someone goes there. They do a credit, and then it literally, I get a notification letting me know, and it goes straight from there straight to my PayPal account, and that's awesome. Okay, so I love the mentality of a freebie site. It's a good place to start. The problem is, and I've gotten about 1,200 people recently to sign up in the last 4 months or so into my freebie sites. It's called My Cash Freebies. The problem is you reach a limit to where you can only go but so far. I make about $900 to about $1,100 a month in the freebies, and it's great. And some people may make more than that. A lot of times they're running promotions or be $50, $54 for this, but after a month or so it drops back down to $40 or whatever the payout's going to be. If you don't know what freebie sites are, it's interesting. I'm going to tell you something else too, really important about freebie sites. If you're looking at one and thinking about getting online, those 1,200 people that I had to come through, a lot of them didn't get a credit. Okay, I average about 1 out of every 8 that actually gets their credit. No, I get paid at My Cash Freebies. But those are now your leads. You got absolute access to. Some of these people you've communicated with, some people you might only just have an email for. But they are now your leads. Okay, they've seen something that you've done inside you. They know who you are. I hope they do. So that can be more valuable than them getting a credit. And I'm going to explain that right now. When you first come in, you're looking, like I said, all my time and resources have gone into making $1,000, $1,100 a month, which is greatly appreciated. But if you got a residual business that grows on its own, like mine does now, then you don't have to work so hard for that $1,000 a month, or whatever effort you put in is being matched by your team itself that's bringing people in. And when you understand that that's the power of residual, that is the difference between me working at the same rate and making that $1,100, or me working at the same rate or even less and making $2,000 in the same month. Now, what I suggest, the big picture, honestly, is the residual. Okay, if you don't have enough money and you need to come into a freebie site, use that money, if you got to fuel your residual business. Because without the residual, you're just you're working at home. It is work at home. It's not really initial, I'm building my business kind of thing. And you don't want that to happen either. Okay, so the big picture is going to be residual. I'll be going first and tell you that. All right, but using the people that come through to see your freebie site, and then a lot of them will see your other business and they can mature into that. If they hear me talking like I am right now, and if you talk just like I'm talking to you right now to them, you're going to relate to them. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see that you had a job. You come from there. Now you got a way out, or something like that in due time. But you can relate to people, and that's really what it's about. A business can usually hold its own. If it's legit, you're good to go. It's what you do with the people that makes a difference. So that's real important. Okay, I don't want to get too far off the topic here. When you find a business that you are passionate about and you believe in, it's going to help you get over roadblocks. A lot of times people will hit that first roadblock, it's like bam, and then they have to just quit. And what they don't realize is the answer is usually right on the other side. If there weren't roadblocks, all of YouTube and all of Facebook that's in the business groups would be rich. No matter what avenue you go down, there is going to be a roadblock, okay? And that's what weeds out the people who make it and the ones that don't. And I think God puts it there sometimes because he wants to see, okay, are you serious about this? Or you going to hit your head on this for a little while? Or are you just going to take the exit and quit? Here you go. Here's the easy way out. And you'd be surprised how many times people are looking for that roadblock so they can quit. It's easy to quit, okay? When you believe in it and you know you're not going to quit, and you're not just saying it, you know inside, I'm not going to quit. All the answers come to you because they have no choice but to. And you hit your head on that roadblock until you figure out how to go over, under it, around it, whatever you got to do. And I think that's when God says, here's your answer. Boom, there you go. And that's how it works. The good part is there's not that many roadblocks. When you figure out how to make it work, it doesn't take that many. It's just so many people hit that first roadblock, and when you learn how to get over it, you've got the strength now to help your people. When they hit that roadblock, you say, hey, look, this is what I did. You can do whatever you want, but this is what I did. This has helped me get through it. So use what you learn, okay? I think it's more valuable than if you didn't have roadblocks, to be honest. So don't look at it as being a bad thing. It's something that's really good. It's all part of growing. Let's see. The answer is I just said that. Freebie sites are business with no monthly fees. I talked about that just a second ago. Why freebie sites are valuable to you. We'll look at something that you never would have. It's like I said just a second ago. A lot of times people come in and they're brand new and they don't realize that they need residual, but they're scared of getting in something without with a fee yet. So the freebie sites is the answer, or site or some kind of business that doesn't have a monthly fee because it brings them in. I say stay linked to that, and then you can bring people in when they mature. That's a really good way to bring people into your residual monthly fee business. Secondly, you can use the money from, let's say if you're using My Cash Freebies or some kind of freebie sites, and pay for the residual. Another way around it, y'all. If you don't have some money coming out to go into a residual business, it's going to be quarters, dimes, and nickels money-wise. It's just not going to amount to nothing. If you want to wake up like I did the other morning, where I went to sleep and someone got in, there's a $20 a month, every month residual business. They paid for diamond and got gold, and I woke up to $500 that next morning. If you look in something like that, it's not going to come with a free business that's entirely free, okay? The good part is it's not that expensive. Even better part is if you don't have the money at the beginning, get good at your freebie site, get them leads that you're going to need in the first place, and then use them to pay for your monthly residual. If I had to choose between two My Cash Freebies $33 payments going straight in my account and camping on it, or taking that and putting it towards my $53 a month, I'll do it every time and take the $10 or break even or whatever it's got to take. That's the big picture. That's the future right here. Okay, let me move this around so I don't get too bored. I'll show you a couple little things. These are actual pictures I've used in ads, and as just a still picture from one of the videos. That's my little boy by himself. A lot of days off. That was us. We went to Chuck E. Cheese for 5 hours, came home and did a water balloon fight. Say soaking wet in that picture. This is some of the payouts for my Cash Freebies that I use to put in an ad. and use it on Facebook. Yeah, it's one of the ads I did. Usually an ad with money like this, if it's got the dates up there, usually good for a couple of weeks. I wouldn't suggest, if you really wanted to, you could hide the dates up here and then just have these, but I think credibility comes from showing the dates up there, especially if it's, and I don't get paid like this every day, y'all. I understand this. The big picture still is a residual, but this is nice. I said 900 to 1,000 a month. It comes in good. Okay. That's one of my diamonds. My lap, yeah, well, it's fairly new. That's 8/19th. This is September the 3rd. I got 7 diamonds in the last month, and I got 17, which are $100 payouts each one. And I got a new platinum. And let's see, that was in May. These are some of my things. Let me show you this advertisement here, how to promote a little bit. Facts you should know. I made $1,800 my first month. I quit my job May the 7th. Awesome training and support. I've made $3,200 with upfront business alone. We have both get paid daily and residual. I made $700 first month residual, and this is an awesome business. Fact. That's a good ad. It really is. Not only does I use payments back here and shows everything, I use that. If you're brand new and you don't have money coming in yet, okay, don't sweat it. It's not necessary to do that. Get you something like any of these pictures, man, like that. Okay, take that, put in there in your own words what now, and listen to me real clear. What you found. What's it mean to you? What's it mean to you and your family? What can it mean to you? Tell people what you think about your business. Show people that you're passionate and you believe in it. You got to, y'all. People will not follow you if you don't believe in it. And the sad part is, I get people every day on Facebook contact me, ask me, they see me on the leaderboard in the business I'm in, and they're like, Shawn, how do you get leads like this? And I see it every day, and then they think you got to have payouts. Like I was showing you that ad I just made. That's one of the things I do. I got over 50 notifications. This was 2 weeks ago. I used this ad right here, matter of fact, and I wrote something that was just sincere. Sincerity will steer you to where you need to go. Don't never take that out of your business. Never. And that got just as much, if not even more likes and notifications from people than anything. Now, every time I promote on Facebook, and I'm not going to get in that too much because I've got a whole video on that. You can click the link, and I show you how to do 60 to 100 leads on Facebook right by itself. But this is just as much as important as that payout you just saw a few minutes ago. You don't need it. You can use that. Now, when money comes in, use it. Use it to your advantage. But don't think you've got to take that to make it, because it don't. All right, I'm going to go through something here. Show you something that's going to make you sick. Number one, you have got to be positioned in your business. Oh, the software I'm using for this, that's called Photo Grid. You can get it for free, and I build all my business on my phone. The only thing I don't do is the YouTube videos you're seeing right here. I'm using my laptop for that. Here's another one. It looks attractive ad. I always put a little border around it. Let me show you this, y'all. This is what not being positioned in your business does. May 11th, I was not platinum, right? This lets me know that I lost $400. How many of these will it take for you before you have to get positioned in your business? If you believe in it and you know it's real, you got to do it. Ironically, when I went diamond is the same time that my business picked up and really took off. It's commitment. When you have a little bit of money involved in it, that's when you wind up making it, because you've got something invested in it and you believe in something. You're supposed to. How are they going to do it if you don't do it? Think about it. So platinum is right here. Is one of my emails. Let me know that I lost some money. So my ad, this is the day after I quit my job, and I hate wearing white. I actually threw it on the floor and took some pictures of it using it as an ad. It's a $317 day I had. You just dress it up and show people, man. That's all you gotta do. Try different things. Not all this stuff works. I just trying different things. Little boy. Let's see here. It's looking at me, Ray. Well, tell them about the business. We came, we saw, and we joined. Just trying different things. These are some of the payouts I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's like 9 payouts in like 2 days, or I think it's like 48 hours, something like that. Not too bad. This is the worst horror movie. This isn't a horror movie, it's worse, but it can have a happy ending, and that's where I used to work at. Let's see, my boss, I'm not really sick, I'm in Jamaica, I quit. Okay, man finds way, and that's me doing one of my YouTube videos. These are actually ads I tried that really, I wound up finding out what worked best was not trying to come up with something slick. Sincerity, like I just told you earlier. This is my old 2-story house I fixed up. And my house payment ain't much. And the good part is, y'all, if you don't make a lot of money, now I've made pretty good money in my last job, but I didn't need to make that much money, to be honest. If you are broke, that it can be an advantage to you to some degree, because if you believe in it, and let's say if you're using something like that freebie site or whatever, you just got to get your credit. You got to get that. Just go ahead and do it. That's just if you're not even going to do that, don't even come online looking. Okay? Don't waste your time, their time, anybody else's time. Just go ahead and get up there. Okay? If you're serious about it, then come in. Go ahead and jump in. I fixed the house up myself. My house payment is $275 a month. All my bills altogether is about $1,300 a month if my light bill ain't too bad. Wintertime can be kind of tough. Got 11-foot ceilings. It's a 4,300 square foot house. But I got it for just about nothing and fixed it up. I built the 2nd floor balcony, did all the railing, did a porch, I did every bit of this myself with one jigsaw, I might add. So, but that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to have an old grandma's, Victorian house, and that's my dream house. We got a full arcade in my house. So I made pretty good money in the past, but I just didn't need to be wasting my time. I quit my job when they asked me to start working about 70 hours a week. And my little boy would have to move back in with his mom. It's not worth it. So all this comes down to, if you don't make a lot of money, that can be a blessing, because it means that your business will not take long to overcome your income. So do not knock that, okay? Let me get to a couple other things real quick, get moving here. Again, these are some of my videos. I've got about 160 of them, somewhere like that in the ballpark. These are the ones I've put in recently. Again, mostly me just sitting there. And great content and getting out to the masses, y'all, is the answer to anything. The good part is, great content can be sitting at your kitchen table, just like I'm doing right now doing this. The difference is I'm behind it instead of front of it this time. Okay. Almost every one of my Automated Wealth Network videos and Instipated Network videos, I was in front of the camera sitting there with an S3 phone, videotaping and uploading to YouTube. I got paid. Okay, this may have 470 views, but you may not be getting that many somewhere, okay? This one's 5 months ago, I only got 16 views. What you don't realize is, I was getting paid on the 2nd view. I was getting paid on the 8th view, the 16th view. It's about what you say. It's about that guy on fire sitting there in front of you telling you the truth, that you believe in them. When you can get people to believe in you, they will follow you, period, okay? Just tell them the truth. Tell them sincere, how you feel, what it's meant to you, and show them the way in. That's exactly what you do. Okay. Now, I talked about my online business earlier. This is Automated Wealth Network. This business here is promoting My Cash Freebies and PLS, which is Power Lead Systems. Power Lead Systems is my residual business that pays my bills every month. My first month in Automated Wealth Network, I got positioned in both businesses, like you've got to do. Get positioned in both businesses the best you can. And I promoted the AWN link. And then people went to My Cash Freebies, got their credit, or they didn't get their credit, it didn't really matter. And then they came over here to PLS. My first month, without saying the word PLS at all, I made $700 in Power Lead Systems. I knew how to do My Cash Freebies because it was close to what my last one was. Altogether, first month, I made $1,800 in this business. Now, this is as of right now, I'm on the top of the leaderboard. Tim and Mike are the creators of the system. Charles, Bolay, Steve, Dordell, Mark Crosby, Karin, Jennifer Nash. I know all these people up here. I know them from my previous business as well. This was a lot better step for us to take, so we jumped and came here. And that's just all there is to it. Power Lead Systems, y'all. This is where the future's at, right here. It really is. I would suggest, if I was y'all, go ahead. I'm gonna put the link down below. Go ahead and click it. Take a look at it. Understand what it's about. When you're paying $53 a month, there's something called Lead Lightning that you pay $7 one time, and you get $6 for the payouts that come into your business. And they got an automated autoresponder that goes out for you on your behalf. It's a good business, and it brings leads in. And if you are a member here, I'm not going to go into the pay structure right here, to be honest. I got other videos that show you this. But if you come in here and do that, it just adds up, y'all. It just, become a member here. Go ahead and become Diamond, okay? Diamond pays my bills right by itself every month. I made $700 in just Diamond recently. And this business is fully bypassed what I thought it was going to do, okay? Residual, I made $2,500 in Diamond and Platinum alone. This is not including my $20 monthly residual income. This is just the Diamonds and the Platinums coming through my business, okay? Don't forget, I also lost one, and that May 11th that I didn't get. So it would have been another $400 that I didn't get. $700 of that is Diamonds in my business, and $400 Platinum the last 30 days. So I made $1,100 in just this. I told you how many bills I have. That's not including my freebies or, again, the residual. This is just right by itself. This pays for my house payment and almost all my bills right by itself. You have got to position yourself in your business to get paid, plain and simple. When you can. And if it takes money for my cash freebies to do it, or whatever business you do, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. If you can get people to look at that business, then you got a good business. Don't worry about it. Use them and give people the influence. Tell them the big picture. Show them, let them mature into Power Lead systems. And let it just roll over. Let's see. To a source that works for you to bring in leads, use a source. And get this, you don't have to make a lot of money with it, that either, to use. Okay, what I'm saying is, my cash freebies, even though they came there and I had 1,100 people and I got 1 out of 8 payouts, the point is, I've got these people now, and those people looked at my other business, and a lot of them came directly in. Okay, y'all, I know that don't sound like there's a whole lot to this, but I can tell you that this is the way that I got free from my job. And I'm home every day. I got my arcade games in the house I like to work with. We watch, my idea of working now is a couple of YouTube videos, and I lay on the couch under the ceiling fan with a nice blanket, a real soft blanket. The cats usually sleep up my legs, and I'm using my S3 phone, which ain't even the newest phone, so sit there and use to post on Facebook. And I even show you how to do that below. You know, I'll give you the link for that as well. Just look me up, subscribe to my channel, and you'll see exactly how to do that. And that brings people into my business that either A, they can go ahead and make $33, which is great, or they can see the big picture, or they can mature in time. And that's it. It doesn't require a whole lot. It takes you finding the business that you believe in and you're passionate about to get there, though. And without that, it's nothing. Let me tell you something else too, and I'll make this real quick. I'll bring this to an end. I actually use my phone, and this is my laptop. I uploaded some pictures just so I could use it for this, but a lot of this stuff I don't use. Okay, let me ask you something. What do you think me coming home in May and us having the entire summer together has meant not only to me, but my little boy? Y'all, every day is watching YouTube with him. It's playing video games as long as I feel like it. Alright, we got an Xbox in there hooked up to a big TV in the living room. We're in a pair of Bing Bag matching chairs. He's got a black one, I got a purple one. I got stuck with a purple one for some reason. Eating pizza every day and drinking way too much Nestle Quick. That's what my days are like. Y'all, I don't know what being rich is like, to be honest. But I can tell you this. If my bills are paid, and I've got him and me and him together every day, and I'm here for him, there's never going to be any field trips missed in his school. I'm there for him every day, no matter what. That's about as rich as I even care to get. As long as I got enough money to make sure that all the bills are paid and that's taken care of, I'm good. Anything else is just extra, padding to make sure that it stays that way. That's it. So y'all, don't worry about getting rich. Worry about getting free. And for a lot of y'all, if you don't make a lot of money, it won't take that much. I'm going to put in the description exactly what you need so you can go ahead and click PLS and get started. y'all go ahead and come in. You get a 7-day trial. You make capture pages and landing pages. It shows you how to do that. If you need to come into the freebie sites, I'm going to put Automated Wealth Network down there as well as an option for you. It's a great place to learn. And if you decide to do web pages, it's not somewhat, it tells you exactly how to do it, and that don't cost anything to do. So come through there, and if you have any questions, y'all, let me know. I'd be tickled to help you out. Appreciate it.